IG. Is it going to work? We will see. All right. Looks like it's working. All right. Go back in the eCam. Motherfucker. There we go. All right. All right. Looks like the stream's working now. We have it going on IG and YouTube. We're just going to check two things super quick. Yep. All right, there you go. The stream's working now. We have it going on IG and YouTube. All right. All right. So, we got it going on IG and YouTube. YouTube's going to have a better window and more comments, but you can comment on IG or on YouTube. What we're going to do is I'm actually going to turn this volume down over here so I can actually not get any feedback there. What we're going to talk about on this stream are a few things. Number one is imposter syndrome. Okay, this is something where honestly, schools are breeding compliant employees with no backbone and no confidence. And this is something that needs to change, all right? If you are trying to be a physical therapist, you're trying to run the business, you're trying to do whatever, and you say you have imposter syndrome, what you're really saying is, I'm a fucking pussy. You might as well just have I'm a pussy stamped on your forehead, all right? People that have imposter syndrome lack confidence, all right? You're not going to know what you're doing until you do it anyway. But by going out there and saying, oh, I have imposter syndrome, blah, 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 all you're saying is I'm a pussy and I lack confidence. Now, this may not be your fault. You may have never had to do anything hard in your life, right? You maybe never had to work as part of a team. Maybe you were babied. Maybe you never struggled at any point, right? And that's something where when you have to win, you have to win. And a lot of you don't have that, okay? So this is something where when it comes to businesses in 2024 and beyond, a lot of us that have experience, having to make it work, a lot of us that have experience with actual struggles, a lot of us that have experience where we've been part of a team, we understand teamwork, we are going to run fucking circles around the rest of you, especially those new of you getting into this industry, all right? So this is something where you can run the business, but you can't run the business if you're a fucking pussy, all right? You cannot run the business if you're a fucking pussy. That's really what I want to start this off with, because we're seeing too many new physical therapists come out of school that are just compliant and whiny and be like, how do I get confidence in my job? Oh boy, shut the fuck up. Go build a business, achieve freedom, and by doing that and by stop asking stupid fucking questions, you'll be able to get a lot further than hanging around a bunch of losers, all right? There's a reason why I've separated myself from really everyone else, because I know what I want for my life. I know that we are going to take my businesses to 7 to 8 figures. And because of that, we are always striving and going further. All right. Let me go and check the IG chat, YouTube chat super quick. I am on eCam Live to stream to both, so I'm not able to be up to date with what's going on live and everything like that. But I'll go ahead and check if we can see some comments here. All right. No comments there yet. That's fine. Just wanted to check it, make sure it's working. That's what I really want to start with, though. Okay, what I want to start with is that if you have imposter syndrome, just stamp I'm a fucking pussy on your forehead, because that's literally what that is. That's what that means. All right. When it comes to business, there are a lot of things you can do. You need to solve problems in the marketplace. All right. There was a comment on my tweet earlier about how Vision 2020 was a lie, etc. And somebody wrote, well, why would you charge money for services? Well, money solves problems. You're going to pay to get your problem solved in time or money or both, right? And this is something where you have to understand when it comes to any sort of service, if it's valuable, you should charge for it, because you need to make a living. And also, the more money you make, the more people you can help. We've talked about this multiple times on the podcast and in a lot of other situations. This is just something where, hold on one second, I'm going to check this comment box over here. There you go. All right, nice. I'm just checking the eCam Live thing over here. Understand that you need to solve money. You need to make money by solving problems. And if you are like, oh, well, how do I find my niche? I've been trying for years and I've been trying X, Y, Z. The answer is this. The answer is that you don't have the right product market fit. The reason why in DPTpreneur and in my own coaching program, we're a bit more realistic. We're going to be like, yeah, that may not work. Make money first. Our biggest thing that we tell people is make money first. If you have a PT license and that's all you can do right now, get your fucking money up, then go do your passion bullshit, right? A lot of you were lied to because you were told, follow your passion, you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, that worked for the fucking boomers when you could buy a house for a fucking Blueberry and a handy, right? But that doesn't work anymore. What works now is getting your fucking money up, then going and flowing that into other assets and trying stuff so you're not fucking yourself capital-wise, all right? Now, you may have a nice meeting point. That's like happened to me with a DPTpreneur, where I was building systems for 2-3 years in my own business. We created DPTpreneur to kind of streamline that process for everybody else. So that's a nice meshing point because I was already doing that stuff, but now we just own the systems, right? So there's stuff there that you can fall into later on. But the number one thing you need to do is get your fucking money up and try to make as much money as you possibly can. And a lot of times that's not going to be from following your passion, all right? It's not going to be from following your passion. It's going to be from getting your money up, experimenting. We've seen too many people that don't do product market fit. There's a reason we've probably done 100+ recordings for DPTpreneur and my own coaching program. And we always talk about product market fit, all right? You may have a great product, but you're not in the right market, right? It doesn't fit the market. You may be in the right market, but nobody wants your product and you cannot market a shitty product, all right? So this is something where a lot of business coaches in this space don't even tell you this shit. That's why I'm live streaming it for free. It's something where understand that, if you are not providing value to the market and no one wants to pay you for services, you might just suck, right? And that could be because you lack confidence we talked about before. Other things we're going to talk about today are going to be, I was going to talk about a few things stock and crypto wise. All right. We've made some crazy crypto calls recently in my higher level trading program. And we mentioned some of this in the Discord. We are testing new things actually on the daily. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go and move this screen around and try to bring up my window, which we should be able to do here in the back. And move the other screen back. Give me 1 second. Try to make this smaller. And then I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to move this window here. All right, there we go. So I can move this stream over here, and then we can go in and we can talk about a few things, all right? So one thing I want to talk about, make sure you can see the stream. Oh, awesome. You can see it over here. I'm going to check it on Instagram here in a second. So I'm going to see if it loads and updates. Might be a bit of a delay. Hold on 1 to 2 seconds, all right? All right, looks like that's a little bit there. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. If you're on YouTube, you're obviously seeing this a lot better. But what I'm trying to do is make it so, there we go. We'll probably do it this way. So IG can see it. So just give me 2 seconds. I'll move it a little bit over. All right. All right, we'll give it 1 more second here to update and populate. All right, it looks like it's working now. Awesome. All right, so if you've been a fucking idiot and you haven't joined, the trading, the Discord, etc., what I want you to be aware of is, this past year we've had a lot of run-ups. All right, and this is something where, again, we're looking at a smaller chart here, but if we look back at AMD, with NVIDIA and AMD, we actually talked about in the trading program in January of January 23, 1 year ago, $63. It is now 130-ish or so, right? It's 138. If you missed out on that, though, after this run up, we talked about it here in the IC trading program, all right? We talked about it right here in the IC trading program at $90. It is now 138. So either way, you could have made 100%, or you could have made like 20, 30, 40%, depending on when you got into this trade. We talk about this every Tuesday and Wednesday in the trading program. All right, this is something that we look at this market, right? Past year, if you weren't in the trading group, you're a fucking idiot, all right? So this is something where like easy 100% return. Easy 100% return. Another big one we had was NVIDIA, all right? So with NVIDIA, looking at this, January last year, 165, 157, right? 165, 157. Looking here on the weekly, we are now at like $500 or so. Move this out of the way. Makes my pain. Yeah, we're at like 458, right? 458 because we had a little bit of dip the other day. 458 here, but January 160 to around 450, right? So look at this. And again, a lot of people in the Discord trading program, the IC trading program, around here we called out $400 calls, $300 calls. This popped up. A lot of people made a lot of money in this little wick here, but even after that, more money was made. But look at this. This is over this past year. If you did not invest in this in January last year because you're not part of my trading program, not on the text list, or you joined the text list and opted out because you're a fucking idiot, this is the stuff that you miss out on, right? So this is the stuff that realistically, when we're looking at stuff like this, just over the past year's performance, when we see stuff like AMD, we see stuff like NVIDIA, we see these things, understand that, if you miss out, it's 100% your fault. It's a reason why you're not successful. It's because you don't pay the fuck attention, all right? Other things we called this year. Chainlink, all right? Crypto. With Chainlink, all of January, all of this past year, we were saying, hey, actually from June of 2022, we were saying, hey, buy at $6, buy $5, buy $4, buy through here. My Discord community, my people in the IC trading, everyone that was in the trading group or in the Discord community or on any live stream I did when I did the challenge last May, everyone that was here know I mentioned this. There's multiple recordings of it. $4 or $5, very, very low cap. Easily $13 right now, was touching 17 at one point. Still the point being is that 100%. So we see multiple 100% returns, even getting in late 20 to 40%. This is something where the importance of DCA matters, but also pay the fuck attention to what's going on around you. This is how you make fucking money on the back end. This is how you are able to afford things. This is how you have extra sources of income or how your net worth can double. Right? Say you were just putting $5 away or $6 away this whole time, this whole entire year, right? Every day, every week, whatever, DCA $100 a week. By doing this, you now doubled your fucking net worth, right? This is something where too many of you aren't paying the fuck attention or you're not paying enough to pay attention, right? This is something where, we cover this a lot as every Tuesday, Wednesday morning, but we've had a lot of massive gainers this past year because nobody pays attention in the bear market, right? Nobody pays attention in the fucking bear market. This is one of these things where if you're not paying attention in the bear market, don't expect any fucking money in the bull market, all right? Another thing we talked about, BTC. We talked about Bitcoin as well. When did we call Bitcoin? We called Bitcoin right here. We called Bitcoin November 2022, 15. We called Bitcoin here. We told most people to enter Bitcoin right here, right? If you entered Bitcoin here, when we called this, a little bit prior to the start of last year, 15K entry for Bitcoin. With this, when we called this entry, now you're up 300. Even if you put $1,000 in, you're up $3,000 because you 15 to 40, right? 45, 3x, 300%. But too many of you don't want to pay attention. You cannot handle this ride out. You don't understand DCA. You don't understand these things, and it's something where, by not paying the fuck attention to these things, you are fucking yourself, all right? Other thing we called recently, we called this, I want to say 2 weeks ago. We called this 2 weeks ago, all right? ENS. When did we call ENS? Go ahead and refresh this here. We called ENS right here. This day. We called ENS the day before. We called ENS at $10. We said accumulate right here. We'll go to the daily because there's actually a little bit better of a chart for this. We said in the Discord, in this area, right around Christmas, between $8 and $10, accumulate ENS. Accumulate ENS. If you're watching the stream, accumulate this motherfucker. You'll see why in a second, right? But we said buy under 10, right? Buy under 10, 10.5, 10.7. We really said, if it's stay under 10.7, 7 to 10.7 is accumulation. What happened? 1 week later, 30% gain, right? Stuff is so easy. And this isn't even options, right? This isn't even options. I'll show you some stuff we made with options, but this is just straight up shares holding for stocks or just holding tokens for crypto, right? So this is something where when we're looking at this stuff, you should probably just pay the fuck attention. Why is it expensive to work with me in the higher trading tier? Because we always make fucking money. And a lot of times, if you pay attention and you're not stupid, it pays for itself, right? So understand that. Another massive, massive trade we made recently is US Steel, right? US Steel. Right here. Where was it? Daily. Yeah, this whole gap up. So US Steel, we got in the calls. We got in the $40 calls. Let me move this out of the way. We got in the $40 calls right around here. $40 calls pre-Christmas. What happened after Christmas? It shot up to $50 because of contracts. This was 1,000%, 1,000% return on options. I'll post that screenshot later or somewhere below this video. But this was a huge gap up. We bought $40 calls, 1,000% return on options, right? If you would have put $7,000 into this options call, you'd have $100,000 right now. We put about $400 into this, turned $400 into $2,500 or whatever that is, right? If you put $5,000 into this, $50K or more, right? This is something where we had 1,000% return right here, right? Be aware of these things. These are all the successful trades we've had over the past 2-3 weeks, all right? We've had these trades over the past 2-3 weeks, but none of you motherfuckers want to pay attention. You want to be like, oh, poor me. I have imposter syndrome. I'm a little fucking pussy and I don't know how to make money. All right, guys, if you want the real shit, subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel. Leave comments if you want the real shit. Join the Discord or apply to work with me in the trading program. Or if you want to get a special offer where you get this covered with your DPTpreneur membership, send me a DM, all right? Send me a DM on Instagram. It's probably the fastest way. It's just because I'll respond to it more. But go ahead, send me a DM on Instagram. That's going to be the fastest way for you guys to get a hold of this information, all right? This is one of these things, though, where, you know, money can be made in any sector, even the goddamn SPY, right? Even the goddamn SPY over the past year. I'll go back to the weekly. Looking at the weekly, we can see over the past year, right? January, 400, 467, right? Not that much of a gain compared to the other stuff I showed, but still DCA long-term, right? DCA long-term. Now, we may see a market crash come re-election time, etc. This probably needs to get propped down a little bit, but there are things here where you need to understand you can make money in these markets if you're in the market long enough and you're being smart with your money, right? We see two people get burned, kind of while we're doing the new stuff and other stuff we're talking about, but literally, you know, I can show you simple trades. I made a quick $2,500, or simple trades where we made a quick, 1,000%. There's something where when we go through the stuff long-term too, I turned, I think, 4K into 8K just by, DCAing in the chain link. It is something where understand that if you're not buying anything right now, the US dollar is not going to, outpace inflation, right? US dollar is going to stay flat. Inflation is going to keep rising. You need to be investing in other assets, stocks, crypto, real estate, right? That's why some of my coaching clients do real estate. Why do some of my coaching clients do real estate? Because they know what they're doing. We also have some other stuff in here. We've talked about like penny stocks. So these are stuff that we cover every once in a while with screeners. We can see here though, this went from like $3.92 to $5.40. We have a few other ones that went from 30 cents to $4 or $5. We cover this every Tuesday and Wednesday in the IC trading. This is one of those things though, where, if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss the fuck out. All right. Another good one long-term, even though I don't really like this stock, would be something like Coinbase, just long-term share-wise. Because when the bull market resumes, this will pop up. But right now it's going to be kind of fuckery for a little bit. All right. This is something where, guys, I want you to pay attention. All right. I want you to pay attention. I want you to ask questions. I appreciate everyone joining the live, but this is something where we'll save this live. We'll repost it everywhere we can. YouTube's going to be the best area for it. If you want specific stuff covered, you can comment on Instagram or on YouTube. And we'll do some live streams on specific what tickers, symbols, cryptos, and stuff you want covered. And ideally, what's going to happen is I'm going to be actively making money as we go through the live streams. And you'll see me fucking around, shooting guns in the desert, all this stuff, because I'm making money at the same time because of investments and assets like this. All right. Everyone got kind of fucked last cycle with Celsius, with Luna, with a lot of stuff that was just basically banks. Banks don't like decentralized finance doing what banks do. So we're going to see a lot of regulation and stuff still coming, and the Democrats fucking hate crypto. That's why the SEC just blocked the new Bitcoin ETF. But we should see some changes in the future. But realistically, you guys have 1 to 2 years to make some fucking money in stocks, crypto, etc. before it's going to become too late, all right? If you're not investing now in any sort of market, you're fucking yourself. You truly are, right? Even if it's something like Google, right? Even something like Google long-term, AI, etc. This stuff is so simple. It's like $135, right? How many of you are spending $135 on Uber Eats right now? Probably a lot, right? So like with this, if you spend $135 here instead this week and just wait, It's a long game, as I'm showing you, but if you wait, and we're on the 5 minutes, we'll go to the weekly sessions to make more sense of what I'm talking about. If you wait, though, look, time in the market beats timing the market, right? Obviously, this is a very long time in the market, but again, time in the market beats timing the market, right? So you have to have this at play. You have to understand this principle, all right? That's really going to be it for this live stream. We started off with basically, if you have imposter syndrome, you're a fucking pussy. If you want to grow a business now, you have to grow some fucking balls and stop worrying people's feelings. I'll tell you, the worst advice that you could possibly ever have is follow your passion, follow your dreams, all this stuff. If you have no cash flow coming in, what you need to do is be like, how the fuck do I make money? Okay, now I have some spare time, some spare money to fuck around. Let me see if I can make some money fucking around. And that's how you do it. The dumbest shit I've ever heard. And it tends to be for middle-aged women and older women that were told that because they were told, hey, follow your dreams. Because, they can just go find some dude to dick them down and, do what they want because the husband's going to fund that business, right? But realistically, what's truly going to happen is that for dudes, especially, that's most likely not going to happen. So you need to make some fucking money, and then once you have that money, you need to go and then start finding stuff you find interesting, try stuff out like drop shipping, etc. I do recommend that if you want to get into Facebook ads and stuff, you do work with DPDpreneur or message Jacob Campos, who runs our ads. There are just things that you can do and you can pay attention to there, all right? But this is something where understand at the end of the day, I showed you multiple examples of how we made money in a trading program the last year by just solid investing without even trading options, right? Just solid investing, multiple 100% returns, 20, 30% returns, with the options, some 1,000% returns. But this is something where if you're a dude and you're trying to make money to get ahead, get your fucking money up, start investing, start fucking around and find something that people are going to pay you for, that product market fit. But because if you don't do those things, you're going to stay exactly where you are. All right. Let me figure out how to stop this live stream. I keep banging my head on this, or my hat on this stupid fucking mic. Hold on. And we will finish here. Any comments here? No comments. Come on, guys. All right.